Alright, what is going on, my dudes? So Ultron is getting that nice moderate buff, and we've already made buff gameplay videos of War Machine and Ebony Maw, actually a bunch of videos on Ebony Maw, months before we knew they were getting buffed. I've been meaning to do Ultron for a while, and now is the only opportunity left to do it, so we're going to bring Ultron up to rank 5, we're going to bring him to stake 200, we're going to see what he can do. I'm not expecting much right now. After the buff, I think he might look kind of juicy, and I am very excited to see what he can do after the buff. But pre-buff, man, I really do think Ultron is one of the worst champions in the game. He has, the double immunity, bleed and poison, and he can kind of regenerate a bit from the energy beams, as well as the regeneration buff that he gets is okay, but his damage is just so absolutely terrible, guys. It is truly so bad, and we're going to explore that today. But as you can see, here's Ultron, rank 5. We're going to have some fun with him today. But, I was reading through the Ultron buff, and I was like, wow, these functions are confusing. I never even realized that he had these functions now. It's very similar to what he has now. Of course, they all interact with each other now, so it is a little bit more confusing now. But this is the team that we're going to be running with today. Nothing crazy at all here, but let's take a look at the synergy team. Some crit rating with Black Widow. This synergy is actually really nice with Mr. Sinister here. Each time the opponent uses a special attack, they become power locked for 6 seconds. That's gonna be it's gonna have some potential with in the new buff where he gets like the attack bonus on the special 2 that lasts for like 10 seconds. It's gonna be really good to use that special 2 like right after the opponent uses a special attack, so they're power locked for a bit during it, so you can get more hits in without having to bait special. That could have some potential for sure. We had this synergy with Warlock here that gives a Fury every time you get a debuff you're immune to, and then just some attack rating and buff duration here with Vulture, okay? But yeah, we're going to jump in against Winter Soldier here today, and we're going to show off some of this really unimpressive damage with Ultron here, okay? We have the 6-star version of Ultron, but I just felt like we should go with rank 5 for this video instead of rank 3. I don't know why. He just feels like a nice rank 5 to test out. But as you can see, like right off the bat, his damage seems better than other champions in the past, right? You have some of those crits, and when you have the Fury buff from Warlock, it certainly is better, because right away, that damage kind of starts to go away, which is what I've noticed, that right off the bat, okay? Now, 7k heavies are decent, okay? But the crits when the Fury was active was definitely more decent. But now we've moved on to 3k mediums and 2k light attacks, and we have these really weak bleeds going. But we get we have the heavy attacks going, and there's that Mr. Sinister synergy coming in clutch there. We have a really amazing special 3 animation, so I'm really hoping this guy is really fun to play now, because this guy's animations are really nice, and I think they do Ultron justice for real. So I'm really hoping that he ends up being good. But yeah, there was the special 3. As you can see, he is a little tanky. We're still at 99% health. He's a very suicide-friendly champion because he has that regeneration when he drops below 50% health to 25% health. He pretty much regenerates about 25% health back, which is really nice. With the Vulture synergy, he comes back about like 30% health, which is really nice. But yeah, he also has that evade, which is going to be more predictable now with the new buff. But as you can see, we're just making our way through these special attacks, and Winter Soldier is just crossing 70% health when we're about to cross 90 hits. And keep in mind, the special 3 does have a multitude of hits. That's definitely increasing that hit counter there. But yeah, we're like 100 hits in at this point, and Winter Soldier isn't even close to half health. So we're going to cut this off there because, yikes. We're going to bring him in against our usual testing ground for bad champions, all right? This is our X23 and 6.4.5 here, okay? And now watch in the beginning, we have that Fury from Ultron, okay? And if we get a crit, you'll notice the 5k crit on the medium is a lot better than the 3k crit, okay? And I guess against the mutant here, it's with the class advantage is 4k, but it's still just better. It's just better because it makes the bleed stronger as well. Alright, now as you can see though, against like more normal health pools, he's not as bad, and with class advantage, he does okay, as you can see. And there's that Mr. Sinister synergy, just keeping her locked down in the corner. For example, I'll show you, I'll move my face cam here, and watch after she uses the special attack how she's power locked here for a solid 6 seconds, I believe it is. So if you use the special 2 right away, you're not going to have to worry about having to bait out a special attack and then losing that Fury, whatever it is, the attack bonus, okay? So that's potentially going to be a really nice synergy for Ultron. We're going to have to see, though, if it's practical to use, if that's the way to go about it. But yeah, we'll figure all that out once the buff is live. Right now, we're looking at how he is currently, and he can get through the fights, man. He can get through the fights, but here we're getting hit, so we can check out this this regen here. So check this out, okay? So now we drop down to like, what, 36%, all right? We have the Vulture synergy, bringing us up about 15% duration there for the buffs. So from 5% up to 65%, and we got hit a little bit too. It's really not too bad regen, so that definitely makes him very suicide friendly. So that's definitely very exciting for me personally, because I run the suicide masteries almost at all times, okay? But yeah, 94 hits to get through that X-23. It's not the worst performance we've ever seen testing out champions, but it's certainly not the best, all right? So up next, though, we talked about that Fury buff, right? I went to 3.2, and I went to a Caltrops lane. So now with Warlock, we're gonna have a Fury buff on us the entire fight. We're never not gonna have that Fury buff on us, and look at that, we started the fight at just about 50% health. Look at that regen, man. That's going to be good for, like, AQ, man. If you go in under 50% health, or under 25% health, just regenerate up to 50% health. That's really, really nice, okay? We made Nightcrawler switch here, and now every time we dash back, we get a Fury buff. Yeah, he hits a lot harder with that Fury. So, you know, keep in mind, the whole point of buffs is to make most champions hit harder, so he's getting those attack increases. I'm pretty excited to see how he does. Of the 2 tech champions, I think I am more excited to see War Machine. However, at the same time, I'm a big fan of Ultron in the movies and as well in the comics. So I have a 6-star Ultron unduped. I don't think his signature ability is too useful at all. It's going to have its moments for sure. For example, like when you're fighting Apocalypse, you can just block the entire special 1 and it's basically going to do nothing. So that's definitely going to be useful for sure, but I would think I would go with the 6-star unduped over the rank 5 duped for that absorption ability if I do like Ultron, and I do like to rank champions that I enjoy as characters, and Ultron definitely fits that bill. So hopefully, man, this guy puts in some work on offense once that buff comes around. But as you can see, when he had that Fury buff, he got through this fight in less than 90 seconds, so that's not too bad. We're going to end this video with one more fun fight here. We're in variant 3. We're going to the defensive recharge all or nothing power shield path, just to show Ultron doing something, I don't know, a little bit impressive in this video, so we can have some fun with it. All right, basically this is the path in variant 3 in the Kang chapter, where you gain power by holding block. They're never going to use a special attack. There's power shield here. That is it's still some pathetic power shield damage, man. This is 400% increased special damage, so it's really not the best. But it's fun to just spam those specials, man. Really cool animations, and as you can see, Ultron sorely needed this buff, man. I don't think I realized how badly Ultron needed this buff until I made, you know, this pre-buff video, man. But this video is really fun to make. I can't wait to make some Ultron actual buff gameplay. You know, we're gonna jump in for some damage showcases right when it goes live, maybe some other stuff as well. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, obviously not the most impressive pre-buff showcase today from Ultron, but I don't think anybody really expected anything different. At the end of the day, that is why this guy is getting buffed, and I think he's a perfect candidate for this buff, right? And I think that the buff looks pretty good, so I definitely can't wait to see it. But anyway, my dudes, if you did enjoy watching this pre-buff Ultron gameplay showcase, do your boy a favor and drop a big ol' like. Comment what you think about the Ultron buff details in the comment section below. Are you excited to see Ultron's buff? Are you planning to rank him up? Are you planning to use him? Do you have anything in mind? Let me know what you'd want to see with this guy. Definitely open to it. And if you haven't seen them yet, go check out the War Machine pre-buff gameplay as well as the Ebony Maw pre-buff gameplay so you know what he's like right now and what the buff really did for him once it goes live. But that's going to be it for this one. Again, drop that like, comment what you think, and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any Ultron gameplay coming to you very, very soon. I'll be seeing you.